And Elohim remembered Noach and all the beasts and all the cattle that were with him in the ark. And Elohim made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. And the fountains of the deep and the windows of the heavens were stopped, and the rain from the heavens was withheld. And the waters receded steadily from the earth, and at the end of the 150 days the waters diminished. And in the 7th new moon, the 17th day of the new moon, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased steadily until the 10th new moon. In the 10th new moon, on the 1st day of the new moon, the tops of the mountains became visible. And it came to be at the end of the 40 days that Noach opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent out a raven which kept going out and turning back until the waters had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove from him to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for its feet and returned into the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of all the earth. So he put out his hand and took it, and pulled it into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. And the dove came to him in the evening, and see, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in its mouth. And Noach knew that the waters had receded from the earth. And he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return to him again. And it came to be in the 601st year, in the 1st month, the 1st day of the new moon, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noach removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and saw the surface of the ground was dry. On the 2nd new moon, on the 27th day of the new moon, the earth was dry. And Elohim spoke to Noach, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every life form of all flesh that is with you, of birds, of cattle, and all creeping creatures, the creeping creatures on the earth, and let them teem on the earth and bear and increase on the earth. So Noach went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Every beast, every creeping creature, and every bird, whatever creeps on the earth, according to their kinds, went out of the ark. And Noach built a slaughter place to Yahweh, and took of every clean beast and of every clean bird, and offered ascending offerings to the slaughter place, or on the slaughter place. And Yahweh smelled a soothing fragrance, and Yahweh said in his heart, Never again shall I curse the ground because of man, although the inclination of man's heart is evil from his youth, and never again strike all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Isaiah chapter 8. And Yahweh said to me, Take a large tablet and write on it with a man's pen concerning Mahar Shalal Chashbaz. And let me take reliable witnesses to record, Uriah the priest and Zechariah, son of Yeberchiah. And I went to the prophetess, and she conceived and bore a son. And Yahweh said to me, Call his name Mahar Shalal Chashbaz. For before the child knows to cry, my father and my mother, the riches of Damascus, and the spoil of Shimron is taken away before the sovereign of Ashur. And Yahweh spoke to me again, saying, Inasmuch as these people refuse the waters of Shiloah that flow softly, and rejoice in Retzin and in Remaliah's son, now therefore, see, Yahweh brings up over them the waters of the river, strong and mighty, the sovereign of Ashur, and all his esteem. And he shall come up over all his channels, and go over all his banks. And he shall pass through Yehudah, he shall overflow and pass through, reaching up into the neck. And the stretching out of his wings shall fill the breadth of your land, O Emmanuel. Be shattered, O you peoples, and be broken in pieces. Give ear, all you from the far places of the earth. Gird yourselves, but be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, but be broken in pieces. Take counsel, and it comes to naught. Speak a word, and it does not stand, for El is with us. For Yahweh spoke thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people, saying, Do not say a conspiracy concerning all that this people call a conspiracy, nor be afraid of their threats, nor be troubled. Yahweh of hosts, him you shall set apart. Let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. And he shall be for a set-apart place, but a stone of stumbling and a rock that makes for falling to both the houses of Israel, as a trap and a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And many among them shall stumble and fall, and be broken and snared and taken. Bind up the witness, seal the Torah among my taught ones. And I shall wait on Yahweh, who hides his face from the house of Yaakov. And I shall look for him. Look, I and the children whom Yahweh has given me, for signs and wonders in Israel from Yahweh of hosts, who dwells in Mount Zion. And when they say to you, seek those who are mediums and wizards who whisper and mutter, should not a people seek their Elohim? Should they seek the dead on behalf of the living? To the Torah and to the witness, if they do not speak according to this word, it is because they have no daybreak. And they shall pass through it hard pressed and hungry, and it shall be, when they are hungry, that they shall be wroth and curse their sovereign and their Elohim, looking upward. And they shall look to the earth and see distress and darkness, gloom of hard times, and be driven into thick darkness. Psalm 8. O Yahweh, our Master, how excellent is your name in all the earth. You who set your splendor above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and infants you have founded strength, because of your adversaries, to put an end to enemy and avenger. For I see your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have established. What is man that you remember him, and the son of man that you visit him? Yet you have made him a little less than Elohim, and have crowned him with esteem and splendor. You made him rule over the works of your hands, and have put all under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens, and the fish of the sea, passing through the paths of the seas. O Yahweh our Master, how excellent is your name in all the earth. In the last chapter, Matthew 8. And when he came down from the mountain, large crowds followed him. And see, a leper came and bowed before him, saying, Master, if you desire, you are able to make me clean. And stretching out his hand, Yeshua touched him, saying, I desire it, be cleansed. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Yeshua said to him, See, mention it to no one, but go your way, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moshe commanded, as a witness to them. And when Yeshua had entered Capernaum, a captain came to him, appealing to him, saying, Master, my servant is lying in the house paralyzed, grievously tortured. And Yeshua said to him, I shall come and heal him. And the captain answering said, Master, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only say a word, and my servant shall be healed. For I too am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes, and to my servant, Do this, and he does it. And when Yeshua heard, he marveled, and said to those who followed, Truly I say to you, not even in Israel have I found such great belief. And I say to you that many shall come from east and west, and sit down with Abraham, and Yitzchak, and Yaakov in the reign of the heavens. But the sons of the rain shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Yeshua said to the captain, Go, and as you have believed, so let it be done for you. And his servant was healed that hour. And when Yeshua had come into the house of Kepha, he saw his wife's mother lying sick with inflammation. And he touched her hand, and the inflammation left her, and she arose and served them. And when evening had come, they brought to him many who were demon-possessed, and he cast out the spirits with the word, and healed all who were sick, that it might be filled with what was spoken by Yeshayahu the prophet, saying, He himself took our weaknesses and bore our sicknesses. And when Yeshua saw large crowds about him, he gave a command to go off to the other side. And a certain scribe, having come near, said to him, Teacher, I shall follow you wherever you go. And Yeshua said to him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the heaven have nests, but the Son of Adam has nowhere to lay his head. And another of his taught ones said to him, Master, first let me go and bury my father. But Yeshua said to him, Follow me, and leave the dead to bury their own dead. And when he entered into a boat, his taught ones followed him. And see, a great gale arose on the sea, so that the boat was covered by the waves. But he was sleeping, and his taught ones came to him and woke him up, saying, Master, save us, we are perishing. And he said to them, Why are you afraid, O you of little belief? Then having risen, he rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was great calm. And the men marveled, saying, What is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? And when he came to the other side, to the country of the Girgashites, 2 demon-possessed ones met him, coming out of the tombs, very fierce, so that no one was able to pass that way. And see, they cried out, saying, "What have we to do with you, Yeshua, son of Elohim? Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?" And at a distance from them there was a herd of many pigs feeding. And the demons begged him, saying, "If you cast us out, send us into the herd of pigs." And he said to them, "Go." And they, coming out, went into the herd of the pigs. And see, their entire herd of pigs rushed down the steep place into the sea and died in the water. And the herdsmen fled and went away into the city and reported all this, and about those possessed by demons. And see, all the city came out to meet Yeshua, and when they saw him, they begged him to leave their borders. Okay, two things I want to talk about. These pigs. If it was a clean animal, say a herd of cows or a herd of goats, I don't believe a Messiah who's without sin would be allowed to cast demons into them. But because it was pigs, an unclean animal that righteous people wouldn't be eating anyway, so no righteous people starved because of this. The pigs all dying. That's why I think he was able to cast demons into pigs. The other thing I want to talk about is the taught one who wanted to go bury his father. Some translations, I think, say parents. Anyway, I think it's not that his father was dead and just waiting to be laid in a grave. My impression is that he's going taking care of his elderly father and then staying with him till he's dead. And Yeshua wants us to follow him first. And I don't think he has any problem with us showing up to a funeral and burying our forefathers or anyone else. So tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree with that. Thank you for watching. We'll try to have another one tomorrow. Goodbye.